Non-league football, proud supporter since 1998. Hello and welcome to the first podcast for non-league football through a female's eyes. My name is Hannah Selman and today I'll be chatting to some supporters about Leighton Town's relegation this season. Leighton Town played in the Evo 6 Southern League Division 1 Central and ended this season on 35 points, leaving them second from bottom in the league. I've been joined here today by Keith Clark and Hugh Sullivan to discuss what they think went wrong this season at the club. 3 months into the season, manager Mark Eaton was asked to leave and Stuart Murray was appointed. Do you think this was the right decision, Keith?
I don't think they gave him a chance. He should have had longer to sort things out.
What do you think of Stuart, Hugh? Do you think his decisions cost Leighton the season?
It's a bit to and fro, to be honest. Some decisions he made cost the season, such as playing specific players that maybe were out of form and not playing the players who were in form, and some managerial decisions didn't do as well as he hoped.
Interim chairman Ian McGregor thought that Leighton played better against those higher in the league, such as Kings Langley, rather than those at the other end of the table. Do you agree with him, Keith?
Yes, we always seem to play better against higher class teams. I don't know why, but when we play the lower teams we seem to struggle. We seem to let in goals and just about manage to get a draw. But when we play the top teams we might only lose by a goal, but we seem to play a lot better.
Another big problem Leighton had this season was money. Ian and the committee decided not to increase the budget to try and help save Leighton. This plan clearly backfired. If they had ploughed more money into the club, Hugh, do you think they'd have finished higher up the table?
I think they would have, because if you have more money ploughed into the club, you could spend it on players' wages, for instance, and if you actually offer players' wages, you'd get players with a better quality than the current squad, and that would potentially mean they could play a better team and finish higher up in the table.
What do you think about Leighton's money problems, Keith?
Well, I think it's been a problem all the time in non-league football, that if you haven't got a big backer with plenty of money who's willing to put lots of money into the club, they're going to struggle all the time because they just can't continue. They can't run off of gate money and other things and bar because there's not enough money coming through.
Now, the Football Association has yet to announce which league Leighton will be playing in next season, or whether they will receive a reprieve. But what have they got to do to ensure they don't get relegated again?
Well, they have to bounce back because lots of teams I know who stay down and can never come back up again. So they really need to get a strong squad, a new manager, and to get back at the first attempt rather than staying languishing in lower leagues for years and years.
I think they've got to start playing really good football. Get a new manager in as well, I agree with Keith with that, and make sure that the manager understands the struggles that a club without backing can have and understand how they can persuade good players to come to the club and get them to play better.
Well, that's all for this non-league football through a female's eyes podcast. Be sure to follow me on Twitter @females eyes. I'm Hannah Selman. Thank you for listening.